Lita. So I wanted to do a review of the movie Skinamarink that just came out on Shudder yesterday. I think it's been in theaters, maybe, and it got leaked, but I didn't go out of my way to find it. Anyways, there has been a lot of hype about this movie, so I wanted to check it out. I think I'm going to keep this review spoiler free. I think I'm just going to do that because I don't really want to spoil it for people that do want to take the time to watch this movie, because the runtime is an hour and 40 minutes long, and a lot of the complaints is that this was based on a short. It could have lived as a short and not been a movie that's an hour and 40 minutes long. A lot of people are having problems with the runtime. It's long, it's a slow burn. Those kind of movies don't really bother me, so I guess it doesn't, runtime is never really an issue for me, usually, if it's interesting. And I feel like this movie is a little polarizing in that respect, because a lot of people are like, the way that it's shot and some of the angles and just the ambiance of the movie itself really creeped them out and brought them to a place when they were a kid, and how scary the dark, silent noises of a house can be. So, but let me give you guys the summary of the movie. So, Skinamarink is two children who wake up in the middle of the night to find their father missing, and all the windows and doors in their home have vanished. So, that is a crazy concept in and of itself. Pretty frightening if you think about it, because you wake up, your parents are gone. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody, but it does. It'll definitely freak you out when, like, you don't know that your parents are going and they're just gone. You wake up and the house is completely empty. It's a little eerie. I recall that feeling, so that kind of resonated with me. And then the whole doors and windows thing, that's really creepy too, because you can't escape. You are essentially a prisoner in your home because all the ways out are gone. So that is scary too. I think that's a really frightening concept for a movie. So I guess I'll tell you the things that I did like about this movie and the things that I didn't like about this movie. What I enjoyed about Skinamarink is I know some of the camera angles are a little crazy, but I feel like that kind of adds to the feeling of the movie, because you don't really get to see everything that's going on, but you just have little hints of what's going on, like the lighting in some of the angles that they have the camera. You know kind of what's going on and what the light source is. It's usually the TV, but you can tell what's about to happen sometimes, or it's being alluded to sometimes by what's on the TV. So I thought the camera angles were interesting. I also liked how they had the soundtrack basically be static silence, very little dialogue, creepy whispers, voices. The whispers were so creepy. And then the old school cartoon music from the cartoons. Some of those cartoons, like, I know I've definitely watched them before, which makes it even creepier for me, I guess. I vividly remember at least two of those. I just thought that was really interesting. I feel like it adds to the overall creep factor of the movie. The concept of the doors and windows being gone, being missing, is also really frightening to me. I think that's an effective creep out, so I like that as well. As far as how the film was shot in the lo-fi grainy quality, I get why they did it. This film wouldn't work with a crystal clear picture because it just wouldn't. It needs to have the grain, the low light, the grittiness to it. I guess a lot of people thought this was going to be kind of like a mockumentary, kind of like Blair, which, you know what I mean, found footage, something like that, which I guess technically it is, but it isn't, and it's definitely not like Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity or anything like that. You don't see anyone like physically picking a camera up like you do in those other movies and shooting the scene. You are just the fly on the wall, as it were, in this movie, kind of watching what goes down in this house. And I think that's pretty effective in this movie because of the way the camera angles are. So I did want to say that I watched this movie twice. The first time I watched it on a big TV, and I feel like I was missing a lot of the little dialogue that there is in there. So I don't think it's the most effective way to watch this movie. I think you lose a lot if you're watching it on a big screen with like surround sound, because I just don't know, I don't know how this would have been watching it in the movie theaters either. I feel like you need to have headphones on, be in a dark room, which you would get with a theater, but like I was watching it in my bedroom with the lights on. So I tried watching it a second time with headphones on my laptop in a dark room, and I feel like it was infinitely more creepy, and I caught a lot more of the dialogue because they do give you captions, but not all the time. So some of the stuff you kind of have to really pay attention to and listen for what the characters in the movie are saying, because the dialogue is so limited. If you miss something, not that it's really going to help you along with what's going on, because this is a very loose plot movie. Like, the plot synopsis is one sentence. That's basically what the movie is. There's nothing really else that tells you why this is going on, no backstory, nothing like that. So I guess that's one of the things that maybe is a dislike for the movie, that it's not a big screen deal for me. I don't think it's effective big screen. Maybe in a movie theater, but not in your living room with the lights on. The headphones really worked for me because I picked up a lot more of what the whispers were, what people were saying. So I'll just put that out there. Maybe if you liked it kind of, but didn't really get like why everybody is like, because a lot of people really like this movie and are giving it like 5 skulls on Shudder, and then there's a lot of 1 skull. So I wonder if that difference is because of how they watched it, because I definitely enjoyed it more with the headphones in the dark room, watching it on my laptop. So I think it's like an effective, creepy movie. I wouldn't say it's like a favorite movie of mine. I've watched it twice. I'm probably not going to watch it again because it is a very slow burn, and like I said, that doesn't bother me, but I think I've got the gist of the movie. It's a cool concept. I like what they tried to do. I don't know how well this is going to be received by people that like super scary jump scares and like blood and gore, because this is a very subtle, creepy horror movie that just kind of creeps your mind out. You don't really get like a body disgust or I don't know, a jump scare, like instant shock factor. But I understand what they were trying to do. I think it's fairly successful. I just don't know how well everybody is going to go with it, especially because it got hyped a lot. And usually when movies get hyped and they aren't what people expect them to be, they kind of get a bad rap. So, but if you like slow burns, if you like creep factors, atmospheric horror, I would say give this a watch, preferably with headphones in a dark room. So yeah, that's going to be my spoiler-free review of Skinamarink. Let me know if you guys watched this movie down below and what you guys thought about it. I'm interested to hear, because I feel like this is a polarizing movie as far as reviews go. So I will link Shudder down below if I remember. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought. If you saw it, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on other social media. My links will be posted in the description box down below. Hit that notification bell so you guys know when I upload. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.